Hello, one and all, and welcome to the newest edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone. We're under the bright lights.
Lights, camera, action.
Finally, yes, and we have finally made it to center stage, finally on this show.
It's only taken 280 episodes.
I know it. This is your Kingsport Chamber Zone, the show that's all about this great city of Kingsport and your Kingsport Chamber of Commerce. I am Bob Figgins with your Kingsport Chamber. And she's my good friend, co-host, and theater fan,
yes,
Laura Woods. Here at center stage, we finally made it because we're at the home of the Kingsport Theater Guild here at the Kingsport Renaissance Center.
The Theater Guild, again, a community theater right here based in Kingsport. It puts on a number of excellent shows, and what it has coming up is what is considered probably its most exceptional season. 10 shows that this community theater is going to put on. It has been producing quality plays, wonderful entertainment since 1947. For those of you keeping track, that means it's 68 years old this year. We can't wait to preview this wonderful season that they have coming on, talk about a new second stage venue that they're going to have this year as well, and so many wonderful things happening right here at the Theater Guild. Can we talk to its executive director, Tina Radke?
And if you ever need help, or you know of someone who may need help, whether that's food, shelter, clothing, someplace that you feel safe and secure, a multitude of problems or issues that may come up in your life, and then we have the agency that is there to help you. It's Contact Concern 211. It's simply you dial 211 for the people and resources that can help you with many of life's challenges and problems. We'll profile this wonderful agency and introduce you to its new executive director, Margaret Kirk, and tell you how they can help you.
A hometown girl coming back.
Yes,
it's great to have Margaret on the show. And then right after that, we have Kingsport's new mayor. His first sit-down interview.
Yes.
First interview of length since taking office right here on the Kingsport Chamber Zone. Mayor John Clark will be joining us to talk not only about all of the great accomplishments under the prior mayor and BMA's reign, but also what he envisions coming up for Kingsport and how you, as the citizens, can help out.
It's a fun ZZ ahead from the Kingsport Theater Guild, but before we get to all those great guests, let's take a look at your upcoming Kingsport Chamber events.
We are so pleased to be joined by our host today. Certainly one of the locations where we love to come and shoot Kingsport Chamber Zone because we feel kind of official when we get to be up on a stage.
We do, yes.
So we are here at the Kingsport Theater Guild, and we are joined by its executive director, Tina Radke. Tina, welcome.
Thank you.
As I just said, we love being up on a stage. It makes us feel so official, and this is just a wonderful stage that you have here at the Kingsport Theater Guild. You guys are 68 years old, which is so hard to believe. You've been bringing quality productions to the community for that long. So talk to us just a little bit about the history of the Kingsport Theater Guild.
Well, 68 years ago, the very first production was done in a barn with no lighting, just natural lighting.
That would have been a more appropriate location.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
That would have been what we were used to, yeah.
But as with anything in the arts, we are constantly growing and changing, and we've come a long way from the barn. We have a 350-seat auditorium. We have fantastic lighting, and every year we're adding something new, whether it's technologically that we're adding things or that we're adding new shows or more shows, and so we just keep adding and keep growing and keep expanding.
It's wonderful.
The Kingsport Theater Guild, the Symphony, the Kingsport Chamber, all 68 this year.
Wow.
It's amazing. Yeah, all three together. So
we've what a trifecta.
all grew up together. So
we should have a big birthday party for everybody.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
A little cupcake for you. Anyway, Tina, you're getting ready to raise your curtain on another season. What many are calling your best season ever, as you will be featuring 10 wonderful performances. And before we talk about all those great shows, something new you're starting this year is you've added a second stage to your lineup. So tell us about that.
Yes, we have added what we're calling our KTG Downtown series. And it kind of started as a mistake because Elvis was booked on our stage during one of our shows, and Elvis was in the building, so we had to leave and relocate. And we ended up on the stage at the Kingsport Center for Higher Education, and everybody downtown loved it. People that are living downtown and some of the lofts were able to just walk to the shows. The city of Kingsport said, hey, we like this. We like having you guys downtown. Let's see what we can do. And I said, okay, we'll go with it. And so we have 5 shows that we're doing in different downtown locations this year.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
Well, let's jump in and talk about some of those shows. What will we see on both those stages this fall?
We are actually opening the season with an old classic, and it's going to be a KTG Downtown with Still Magnolias, those 6 sassy women. And then we will be back on our main stage with our first musical of the year, and it is The Wind in the Willows with that crazy, fabulous Mr. Toad. Super excited.
Well, and then, of course, around Christmas time, one of the old favorites that we love to see here, which is It's a Wonderful Life, will be shown.
Yes, It's a Wonderful Life. Well, before we get to that, we have To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
Which with
not literally. I mean, you have To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes, we will be showing
Gotcha.
To Kill a Mockingbird and a fantastic show downtown called Things My Mother Taught Me.
Okay.
And then we'll roll right into the Christmas season with It's a Wonderful Life, which everybody knows. It's a classic on film and on stage.
Always a huge hit, very popular in the community.
Yes.
And then you don't stop once the year,
No,
once
we
we
don't
turn
stop.
over to 2016, and of course you're going to start the beginning of the year with a production called After.
Which is a little bit different than what we've normally done. It's a little bit more subdued. It's kind of a serious show, which is great right after the holidays because everybody, kind of gets down. So you can come out and relate to some of the stuff. And then we go right into February and Valentine's Day at the same time next year, which is going to be at Cindy Saude's Art Gallery downtown.
Oh, how neat.
Wow, that's
Which is
great.
a perfect setting.
Yeah,
yes. And
that's a great location.
We're partnering with some of the downtown restaurants so that people can have a Valentine's dinner and come see the show, and you can buy that as a package deal.
Oh, that's neat.
That's absolutely perfect. Makes for a great gift for someone as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely, yeah. And then for good friends, right? So, or good co-hosts.
Yes,
So,
yes.
and then you have an exciting end to your season next spring.
Yes, we have 13 the musical, which every time I tell someone who the writer of the music is, the people that do music get super excited. I couldn't tell you his name right now because I'm not a music person, but it's 13 the musical, and then we have another show downtown, which is Agnes of God, and then we'll finish out the season with A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's ambitious and so exciting
It is.
too. So
It
how
is.
do people get tickets, and can they actually buy like a package or season pass?
They can. All of our tickets are on our website, kingsporttheater.org, or you can come by the office. And we have a couple of season passes this year, which is the first time we've done it. For instance, our Platinum Pass is 10 admissions, whether you buy it and bring 9 of your friends to Still Magnolias, or you buy it and you come and use it just for you for each show. And it's $80, so you basically are getting 2 shows or more for free.
Wow, yeah.
And then we kind of step it down from there. So we've got a lot of good packages. You can get just downtown passes, you can get just main stage, so we have a lot of different options.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's absolutely a great deal, and Tina, the Kingsport Theater Guild has thrived now for nearly 7 decades thanks to the great support of this community. You get a lot of volunteer support, and you function on ticket sales, but in large part on donations.
Yes.
So tell us how people can both volunteer to a theater guild and also make a donation to support your great work.
We need volunteers for every show. We need help building sets. We need help ushering. We need help running the concession stand. We need help sewing costumes. We need help painting. So any kind of talent anybody has, or even if they don't think they have talent, we can
Sure.
find them a place to fit in because a theater is so open. And then we also have donations. People will start spring cleaning and cleaning out closets or redoing rooms. And so any leftover paint, even if it's, a couple of quarts in the bottom of a gallon, or leftover lumber from a project, or tile, or clothes, or hat, anything that people are cleaning out of their closets, instead of throwing it away or giving it, they can bring it to us and we will take just about every bit of it.
Would have never even thought about that, but
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, I mean, this is a community theater, and it is just born by the love of the community here. So can you tell us what the theater means to the community?
We have a lot of people in our community. Our theater is comprised comprised of a lot of different folks from a lot of different walks of life. We have the kids that just want to be on stage. We have the kids that
Kind of like us.
That's right. You finally got that
You guys
today
are
with
the
us.
Yes.
We have the high schoolers that want to pursue a career in theater, and so this is just a little bit of a different atmosphere for them from the high school theater and the competition teams. And then we have adults who have done theater for years and just want to continue. And then we have people that go, I don't fit in anywhere else, and people in the theater just accept me, and so that's where I want to be. So we kind of become a family, and we're teaching theater, so people are able to grow and grow into those different roles.
Well, a great part about a community theater such as the Kingsport Theater Guild is allows a lot of people the opportunity to be on stage. So you mentioned volunteers a moment ago. A large part of your volunteers are the actors and actresses on the stage here. So tell us how people can audition for some of your shows.
We have auditions listed on our website, and we are trying to kind of change the culture of auditions, because if you leave from here and you go even to Barter or to some of the bigger theaters, they're going to ask you for a monologue when you audition. They're going to ask you to have a song prepared when you audition. So in the past we've just had cold reads, but now we're asking for auditioners to bring a monologue, to bring a song prepared. So we're kind of preparing them to go out into what we call the real world.
Right, sure.
Well, it's just so many opportunities abound, whether you want to be on the stage, whether you want to be behind the scenes, whatever the case might be. So, Tina, if people want more information about the Kingsport Theater Guild, where do they get that?
They can go to our website, kingsporttheater.org, and theater is spelled the correct way, T-R-E. Just so you know, kingsporttheater.org. They can call us at the office. It's 392-8427, or they can just swing by our office here in the Renaissance Center.
Well, Tina Radke with the Kingsport Theater Guild, thanks for hosting us today, and congratulations on an exciting upcoming season. We're looking forward to it.
I made Pillage do some of the costumes just for some wardrobe changes as we do the show.
That's fine. We have a lot of people that do that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to preview a wonderful organization that's only a phone call away if you need their help right after this.
And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from center stage here at the Kingsport Theater Guild.
We talk often about how a great community we are blessed with here in Kingsport. You know, we have so many wonderful opportunities here, so many great things that make the quality of life here. But one of the neat organizations that we have here in Kingsport is called Contact Concern 211. This organization specializes in helping you out, no matter what your need might be. If you have a question, you can give them a call. They can probably help you out. If you know somebody who's in need and you don't think that they can make the call for themselves, or you're not sure that they know what resources are available to them, you can make the call and they will help them out. It's just a wonderful organization that we're so blessed to have here in Kingsport. And here to tell us more about it is its new executive director, Margaret Kirk. Margaret, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here today.
And Contact Concern 211 is very fortunate to have you back and as its new executive director. So tell us about this great agency.
It's such an unbelievable agency that it's hard to do in a soundbite, I can tell you that, because as Laura said, you can call just the simple number 211. My goal today is at the end of this show that everybody's going to understand. All you got to do is dial 211, those three digits. And our counselors, who are all volunteers, can actually direct you to whatever resource you need. And we have hundreds and maybe even hundreds of thousands of resources. And those calls they're confidential, they're free, and they can be about any subject a person can think of. And you find yourself in a situation, I just don't know who to call. I don't know where to turn. And sometimes you just need somebody to listen. You can call 211 and be connected to somebody who cares.
And you get a wide variety of calls, people with needs, issues, problems. Talk about that for a moment, and what are some of those needs that people can call about?
The majority of calls we get are people who are looking for basic needs, shelter, food, financial help. We are able, for example, if someone needs food, we are able to instantly, literally from a database, connect to them we can tell them which food banks are open on which days and what the location is, so they can go immediately and access the food that they need. Sometimes it's a situation where somebody's lost their job and they can't pay their power bill. We can connect them with resources that will help financially. Sometimes people are on the street, they have no housing. We can put them in touch with places where they can go for temporary shelter. We also are a linkage to Safe House, which is a center for people who are victims of domestic violence and abuse. And there's a barrier that's protection, so people can't get to the Safe House itself, but they can, through us, be connected there with safety and anonymity. We also take crisis intervention calls, suicide prevention calls. So it's a wide range of reasons people call us.
Well, and in addition to the incoming calls, you also make some outgoing calls as well. They're called the telephone reassurance calls.
Exactly.
Can you tell us about that?
I can, and this program is designed for people who are living alone and don't have anyone in the immediate area who can check on them every day to make sure they're all right. So what we do is we have an agreement with that individual, and we call them at an agreed upon time every day to check and make sure they're all right. It can be a long conversation. It can be as short as, I'm fine today, thank you, I'll talk to you tomorrow. But we go through a process where we get a name from them that if we do not reach them at the appointed time on the, a particular day, we will call that backup resource and let them know. If they're unable to locate them, then we will actually alert the police to go and do a well check for the person. It provides security for them to be able to live independently and at home, which is what all of us want. But it also provides their family members that may not be local with the security that someone is checking every day and knowing that they're okay.
Contact Concern 211 is an agency of the United Way of Greater Kingsport, so a large part of your funding comes from the United Way, but also from the support of the community. And you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do.
Yeah, that's going to help raise a lot of money. It's wine, music, food, dancing, all in a barn, which is a typical Saturday night for me and Laura already. But for people who normally don't have that, it's going to be a fun evening. Tell us about it.
It's going to be so much fun. It's our hoedown, which we've done in years past. And it takes place on Saturday, August 29th, at beautiful Riverwalk Farm in Churchill. And it's in a barn, a real barn, and but a beautiful barn. We should all be so lucky as to have such a beautiful barn. And there will be live music. The Blue Valley Project Band is going to be playing, and we have a silent auction, a live auction. There'll be barbecue. Just so much fun.
I think I know the answer to this question already, but how can people get tickets and how much are they? So
tickets are $50 a person. You can get those by calling 211, or you can also go on the internet and look at our website, which is contactconcern.org.
And so, Margaret, remind us one more time. People want more information. People want to donate. They want tickets to the hoedown, whatever the case might be.
They call 211.
And the website?
The website is contactconcern.org.
Awesome.
Well, Margaret Counts-Kirk, welcome back to Kingsport. We're glad you're here.
And I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here today with the two of you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thanks for all you're doing to help people in our community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's obviously in the right position.
Yes, she
She's
is.
glad to be here with us. So, when we come back, we're going to have Kingsport's new mayor, John Clark, right after this. Welcome back to this edition of your award-winning Kingsport Chamber Zone. We are on location from the Kingsport Theater Guild right here in the Kingsport Renaissance Center.
And we have our lead actor now for the city joining us, if you will. If you remember on our last show, we had an interview, a sit-down chat with our outgoing mayor, Dennis Phillips. So Of course, it's only appropriate. Act 2.
Yes.
We bring in Kingsport's new mayor, John Clark. Mayor Clark won election to Kingsport's highest post by a wide margin just a couple of months ago. And even though he's just a few days on the job, he's already hard at work for Kingsport. You won the mayor because of your plans and ideas for the city. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. And you've been a large part of what all has been happening in Kingsport recently, thanks to your leadership as alderman. But tell us why you wanted the post of mayor.
Yeah, well, first of all, serving, number one, serving the community. This is a community service opportunity.
Yeah.
And I've been serving for the last 3 years as an alderman. That's been very important for me because I've learned a lot about the city's business. The things that we do very well and the things that we need to improve on. And so I felt when looking at the challenges that are in front of us as a city, I felt that that any skills that I've been able to muster over my 35-year career in the business world could apply to helping address the current needs that I see for Kingsport. So that plus the opportunity to serve again and serve my community and to make it a better place to live and work and raise a family, all of those things came to be, and that's what encouraged me to throw my hat into it.
Sure. Well, and you're coming on board at a time where we're seeing a lot of exciting things happen here in Kingsport. And just on our last show, and as everybody knows, we were talking about Mayor Phillips and just what a wonderful tenure he had during his 10 years as mayor and all of the great things that happened.
Yes.
You and he are close.
Yes, we are.
Like-minded. You work really well together. So could you reflect back just a little bit about Mayor Phillips' time?
Wow, Mayor
with us?
Phillips in the last 10 years has really been a dominant figure and a critical figure in success and leadership for our city. The last 10 years have been pretty much focused on improvements in quality of life, and Mayor Phillips has led that charge. Along with the previous BMAs, our Board of Mayor and Aldermen, and business and community leaders, city partners, all working together. But Mayor Phillips was able to rally them around as a good leader should, and as a result, we've seen some amazing improvements. And now the challenge is just to capitalize on where the improvements that have been made. They now form the foundation for our city. And the question now is, where do we go from here?
Sure.
And that's the challenge of my tenure moving forward.
Absolutely.
Well, that is my next question. So, because you won the election to mayor because of the vision you presented about what you see for our community's future. So, tell us about some of the ideas and plans you have for our city, Mayor Clark, and where you see where we're headed.
Yeah, I think regarding the quality of life issue, that needs to continue. The bottom line is we need to retain and attract more residents to Kingsport. And so anything that we do moving forward needs to have that type of result. So I'm going to focus on continuing the improving the attractiveness of our city in terms of residents and businesses moving forward, and visitors too. We have 3 types of customers in Kingsport. We have visitors that we want to bring to the city because when they come, they help our existing businesses grow and flourish. They spend their money in our existing businesses. Our existing businesses are not mobile, so by bringing customers in, we enhance the opportunity for them. The second is the residents. We need to have more people living the dream in Kingsport, as I say, and feeling the community spirit that is, I think, our largest attraction at this point.
Right.
But how do you embrace that? How do you bottle and sell that and promote that? Somebody needs to experience it. So we need people here. And the last thing is to help in that regard is to help continue creating good jobs. You can never have enough good jobs. So the continued need to recruit businesses that serve the demographics that we have. And I think that's important as well. So those are the 3 things that I really want to drive and help drive as the next mayor.
And Mayor Clark, you have said that a major focus of your administration will be on marketing and selling Kingsport.
Yes.
So tell us about some of your plans with that.
I think Kingsport is a very special place with special people, and we have a lot of great things. Not so sure that we've done a very good job. Well, let me just say there's room for improvement always to promote ourselves a little bit more. And I know we're very humble in our city. It makes us, that's part of the beauty of Kingsport and the special people that we have here. But in this day and age, we do need to recognize that we need to promote ourselves so that other people outside of Kingsport understand, both within Kingsport and outside of Kingsport, understand the great city that we have. So I'm going to really focus on marketing and promotion of our city. We're going to make a special emphasis on helping all of our residents and all of our businesses understand what makes Kingsport so special so that they in turn can help promote our city for us. We need to sound like a herd of elephants in our city and have everybody promoting and selling.
Absolutely.
All 51,000 of our citizens and all 4,400 businesses. If we can get everybody on board in the same boat, saying this, and going in the same direction, I don't think there's anything that we cannot do in our city.
How do people get on that boat? If you are an individual or as your business or whatever the case might be, what are some suggestions you have about getting involved to promote the city?
It's a great question. So I think as mayor, I think you're the main city salesperson, and I think that I need, along with the board, need to have special focus on making sure that we're all out there speaking and sharing our views and sharing what the value proposition is with the community. The first step we need to do is to understand what that value proposition is. And that takes me to the summit that I campaigned on, and I promised that we would have a summit completed I guess within the first 100 days of taking office, which puts us into October, is what the planning phase is turning out to be. And so that summit is going to, the expectation is that we're going to roll out of that summit with exactly who we are from a branding perspective, and also determine what else do we have to do to help complement all the efforts that have been made in the last 10, 20 years. What else do we need to do to make our city more of a destination city so that we can retain and attract residents? And so the summit is going to give us that value proposition that then we need to take it to the public. And the board needs to be, I think, I'd like to see our board become much more visible out there and involved in so many different aspects where we have a chance to communicate. And that's going to be critical. Our ability to not just listen, but also to inform and educate. Communication takes it's a two-way street. And so I feel we listen really well, but I don't think that we've taken enough time to really communicate what we're all about and what we need to do. So I'm very much looking forward to that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm very excited, and I know the city's very excited, and Mayor, I know you're excited with the possibilities of what's ahead for Kingsport.
I am. I'm very excited. It's a great opportunity. I thank the citizens for voting me in and for allowing me to serve in this capacity. It's a privilege and an honor to serve Kingsport this way.
We can't wait to have you on more shows.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be an exciting time. Well, our new Kingsport Mayor, John Clark, thank you so much. Congratulations. We're just thrilled to have somebody like you in this leadership position, and thank you for taking the time to be on the show with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Mayor.
It means a lot to me. Thank you.
And there's more of your CZ from the Kingsport Theater Guild right after this. These are the steps you want to come into to enter the Kingsport Renaissance Center if you want to come to any of the wonderful plays here at the Kingsport Theater Guild. 10 shows coming up this season. We want to thank the very talented team here at the Kingsport Theater Guild and the Kingsport Renaissance Center for hosting our show today, and as always, the very talented team at Spectrum Reach for producing your CZ.
We also want to tell you that to find out what's going on in Kingsport, of course, we welcome you to watch us here on the Kingsport Chamber Zone. You can also find out what's going on in Kingsport by checking in with the Kingsport Chamber. They're very social, so you can follow them on Twitter, you can like them on Facebook, you can also give them a call, 392-8800. Check out their website, kingsportchamber.org, or just come down and visit them at 400 Clinchfield. They'd love to see you.
We mentioned those 10 shows coming up this season for the Kingsport Theater Guild. For your tickets, you can simply come here to the Theater Guild office at the Kingsport Renaissance Center, or simply go to kingsporttheater.org.
Contact Concerns Barbecue Hoedown is coming up, and that will be August the 29th. We remind you that tickets are $50. To get them, you can call, say it with me, 211. Thank you very much. Or you can go to contactconcern.org. We also wanted to let you know that there is a wine festival that will be going on in downtown Kingsport. That will be held at the Social, and that will be on August the 6th. Tickets are available as well from downtownkingsport.org.
And a personal shout out. It was a year ago at this very spot that I was not here, but the rest of the CZ team was.
For good reason.
Yes. We were having, Laura and I, my wife Laura and I were having our first child, Higgs, was birthed July 31st when y'all were here taping the CZ Kingsport Theater Guild. So happy first birthday, Higgs. I love you.
Happy birthday, Higgs.
Yes.
We are so happy to have you.
Yes. And until our next visit together on your CZ, we are Bob and Laura reminding you to please be loyal
and buy local. Have a great week.